Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asad Yaqub and I am from Lahore, Pakistan, and I welcome you all to my breaking news video for 29th June 2019. Okay guys, today is 28th June and you are watching this video and you have exam tomorrow. Even if you don't have exam, just pretend as if you have an exam so that you can feel the real feeling, how it feels like when you go for your actual IELTS test. So listen up, tomorrow is going to be a wonderful day. It's actually 29th June and for some of you 29 can be a lucky number as well, okay? Let me tell you guys, whenever you determine to do something or you have a strong determination, then everything that comes on your way, it moves out of your way, or you hit those things away from your way, and then you, because you know your destination, so you guys know your destination is Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK, or any other foreign country, even America, and you want to go there, and IELTS is the ladder that is going to take you there. Without climbing this ladder, you cannot reach there. So, I mean, the first thing is you should be fully determined and there should be a sort of, I would say, enthusiasm or a sort of excitement inside you for this, because you're going to go through this process and this time of your life you're going to remember forever. You're not going to actually forget it. Once I wanted to lose my weight and I determined to lose my weight, and once I started losing few grams, I was so excited, and that loss of few grams led me towards kgs, and those kgs led me to 10 kgs and I lost weight and I felt great. In the same way, step by step, little by little, you are going to go closer to your aim, to your destination. Now listen up, tomorrow you've got your test. Some of you must be confused because there's a lot of pressure on you, on housewives who are taking gender training IELTS. There is the pressure of their husbands, there is the pressure of their in-laws, there is the pressure of family that you do it. IELTS is important for you. The future is in your hand. That's what the husbands are doing with their wives. I mean, I come across stories every day, right? So there is a pressure. Those ladies, those housewives, they've got the pressure. Then the students have pressure of parents and all that. Some have the pressure that their visa is going to be expired and they need IELTS and all that stuff. Just for a second, leave all these things aside. Just make yourself fresh and just think, for the time being, there is no problem. Put everything away from you and just focus your test tomorrow. Just tell yourself, okay, I have tensions, I have troubles, I have certain stresses, but for the time being, I'm not going to think about the stress, I'm not going to think about the problems, I'm not going to think about the problems and the stress and everything. Now, once you ignore these things, then you will be actually what you are. What you actually are, because you know, sometimes we become the byproduct of our environment. We become the product of our circumstances. So these are the circumstances, pressure, problems, this, that. For the time being, just ignore all these things and you have a test tomorrow. No tension, no problem, no worries. I have to perform. Once I perform well in my test, there will not be any stress, no worries, no stress, no problems and all that. Okay, so with a fresh mind, you have to take this test. I've heard many students, they're saying, oh, I took my test under pressure. I took my test, there was a lot of pressure on me. My hands were shivering and all that stuff. What would I say if my band is low? What would my husband think and all that stuff, right? These type of things are always there. But you are going to perform. You are not going to perform for anybody. The first right is you, yourself. You're going to outperform for you. Then you're going to perform for other people who depend on you, or you depend on them, both ways. Because you know, if somebody depends on you, definitely today you depend on them and tomorrow they will depend on you. Wow. So for this interdependence, you have to do something. If you take today, tomorrow you have to give. So in order to give, you have to take this test and get good band so that you are able to repay. Okay? Now, when you go to take your IELTS speaking, IELTS test, listening, reading, writing, just relax, calm down, okay? There should be light music you can listen to through hand-free and all that, and take it easy, just relax, chill and all that. When you go for your listening test and they give you the headphones and be prepared. If the test starts with listening, well done. If there is some problem with their listening device and they start with reading, go on with it, doesn't matter. You are fresh and you got to do that. And remember one thing, do not reach the examination point a couple of hours before, because then your energy level goes down. One of my students, Parminder from New Zealand, she complained she had the speaking test the same day, and between speaking test and listening, reading, writing, there was a gap of 4-5 hours. Although she had made some sandwiches and all that, but then the energy level went down, and when she went for her listening, reading, writing, she was unable to perform as good as she could if this test would have been taken in the morning first. So if you have the speaking test before or after, be very, very careful. Do not reach the examination center a couple of hours before and then sit and wait, and it's very hot these days. Maybe you can wait inside the lobby of the hotel and all that, but then you start feeling lethargic and all that. Just reach there on time. Now, when they start the listening test, headphones are there, cut yourself off. Cut yourself off from your surroundings, from the people who are all around you. You don't care who is sitting there. You don't care who is sitting there, and all that. You are just focusing your own paper. And let me tell you, do not try to cheat. Do not try to peep. Do not try to look at what others are doing. Don't try to look at others' papers. Okay, one of my students from India told me that his friend was penalized because he was looking at the paper of the next student. He said, sir, that time invigilator was not there, but they are always there. They are monitoring you. They note down your candidate number, and then his result was delayed, and I don't know after that what happened. So be careful. Mind your own business. Do your own test. Do not even think about using any unfair means. In listening, they will play the test audio, read the questions carefully, follow my instructions, and then follow the examiner's instructions as well. Read everything carefully, listen to the audio, answer every question and all that. Once listening section 1 is over, you will be more confident. Then section 2, then section 3, then section 4. Gradually, everything will be fine. Once listening is done, then the reading test will start. So when they start reading test, try to start with the question type you are good at. In section 1, you can start with the completion task first. First do completion task. If you are gender training, then you can start with the first question type because the answers are in the beginning. For example, if the first question type in gender training is true, false, not given, so the passage and answers, they are in the same order, you can easily do that. Then there is another short passage and questions and passage, they are in the same order. Read the passage, find the answers. Read the passage, find the answers, no problem. And for academic, focus section 1, 2 and then 3. Section 1 try to finish as early as possible, and again start with the question type you are very well familiar with, you are comfortable with. For example, in true, false, not given, questions and passage, they are in the same order, start with that. In sentence completion, short answer question, questions and passage, they are in the same order, start with that and leave the difficult question type at the end of the section, not the test. Once reading test is over, close your eyes for few seconds as they will collect the reading booklet, answer sheet from you and give you the question paper. Close your eyes for some time and relax. When they give you the writing task, first read essay topic. Okay, alright, this is an opinion essay. Alright, this is a discussion essay, and then make up your mind. Opinion essay, 5 paragraphs. Discussion essay, 4 paragraphs. Problem and solution, alright, 4 paragraphs or 5 paragraphs. Advantages, disadvantages, then you can just see. Okay, and then you got to think and come back to task 1. If your task 1 is academic, identify the graphic information and then follow the pattern of report: introduction, overview, and then body of the report. If you're writing a letter, identify whether it is formal, informal, and then accordingly use the language and do the writing, and be very relaxed and comfortable when you are writing. And you can spend around 4 or 5 minutes thinking about what you want to write, especially for report writing, for letter writing, and then for essay writing also. But once you start writing, no problem. You can do some homework on the question paper, but if the invigilators stop you, then just don't do that. Okay, and on answer sheet, do not do any rough work. They will say whatever you want to write on the answer sheet, but don't do any rough work on writing answer sheet. This is my advice to you. And by the way, I forgot to tell you, in reading, when you finish with section 1, write all the answers down to the answer sheet. This will relax your mind for the time being as well. When you finish with section 2, write all the answers down on the answer sheet. And when you do section 3, try to write down the answers directly to the answer sheet, so that when the time is over, then there is no pressure on you. Your all answers are transferred there. Once the test is over, come out triumphantly, successfully, with positive mind and all that, and things are going to be fine for you. And let me tell you, this is not the first and last chance of your life. This is not the last lifetime opportunity, right? Hopefully, I'm sure you'll get your desired bands this time, but still after this, the world is not over. It's just not that the world is going to finish after this test. There are many more opportunities. There are many other things you can do and you want to do, but still I tell you, as long as you live, there are many opportunities. Life is full of opportunities. Life is full of surprises, and many of them are pleasant surprises as well. You don't know what life holds in storage for you, and suddenly it gets revealed and you say, oh God, I never thought about that. So guys, all the best. Believe me, all the best. That's enough. Yeah, I wish you all the best, and may you get your required band score. And remember, you are not alone. I am with you. You are actually my soldier and I am your commander. Okay, your IELTS commander, and you are my soldiers, and definitely I'm proud of you. And because I'm proud of you, you got to perform better so that I become more proud of you, And you know, one day while sitting here, I'll be interviewing you. Remember, I interviewed one of my students, Darshan. So one day it will be you. Your picture will be here and I'll be talking to you. Yes, how did you achieve this band score? What was your strategy for listening and all that? And you are going to answer all my questions. And in your hand, you will be holding IELTS TRF with band score 7, 7.5, 8, 777 and all that stuff. Asad Yaqub wishes you all the best. Once your test is over, do send me the message about reading, writing, listening, speaking. Do tell me what came in the exam so that I could make a review video for others. All the best, all the best, all the best. I pray to Almighty that Almighty grants you your required band. Whatever you need, may Almighty give you that required band. Take good care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.